This is Raven's Resurrection, an escape room built by me and Bradbert and originally intended for Canadian to play on stream. The exterior, built by FishyBoy820 and Alcado11, combines the exteriors of Raven's Coffin and Raven's Revenge, as well as containing a few Easter eggs from both my channel and Bradbert's channel. If you want to try and play the room for yourself, the download is in the description. The rest of this video will be a CWAT Gaming inspired explanation of how the escape room is intended to be solved. If you get stuck in a puzzle, then you can always refer back to this video to see the solutions. Anyways, the explanation begins now. When I enter the map, I'm immediately forced into the crouched position, and I'm given the achievement Sneak 100. Sneak 100 only triggers if you're crouching near a skulk sensor, meaning that there must be one nearby. There was nothing else in the room, so I decided to break one of the slabs. But as I broke the slab, I heard a skulk sensor trigger, and something dropped me a crossbow and an arrow. Above me, I saw two hoppers and what looked to be the exit to this room. I broke another slab to get high enough to reach this hopper, but when I opened it, there was nothing inside. However, the map did drop me another arrow. It was getting obvious at this point that I could get practically infinite arrows by triggering these skulk sensors, but I wasn't sure how to use that to get out of this room. I thought about damage boosting my way to the exit, but I couldn't see a way to damage myself with the crossbow. But then I had a very good idea. I used F5. See, F5 gave me a whole new perspective, and I was able to see slime block redstone and a sign. Okay, yeah, I don't think F5 is going to help me here. I need to use the superior F key, F3. You see, F5 can only give you a new perspective in a few different ways, while F3 could give you a new perspective in so many more. I remembered a trick where if you held down F3A, you can see entities through walls, which gives you a whole new perspective and allows you to see an item frame on top of the hopper that you couldn't have seen before. I assumed I had to break that item frame somehow with the crossbow, so that's what I tried next, but because of the lack of control a crossbow gives you, I didn't think there was any way to do it. Until I noticed something interesting. One of my arrows hit a block one higher than the rest, and none of the arrows were actually hitting the bedrock roof. I used the targeted blocks section of my F3 menu to confirm my suspicions, and sure enough, there were barrier blocks in the roof, with one of the barriers being one block higher than the rest. You may know of a trick where if you shoot on the corner between two blocks, you can shoot out item frames through walls. So if I landed an arrow just right, I could get whatever is inside that item frame. After a few attempts, I managed to get it, and inside was a hopper. This hopper then allowed me to get inside of the hallway. After traveling down the hallway, at the end I saw a large fall that would almost certainly kill me if I dropped down. Above me was a target block that didn't seem to do much when shot. I even checked the first room to see if anything changed, but nothing had. That was until I looked down for a brief second and saw a glimpse of what looked to be a hay bale. Shooting the target block again confirmed that it was indeed a hay bale, but it only appeared for less than a second, so I would need to shoot the target block while falling down the hole. I could try to crouch clutch or log out glitch down since I was in single player, but fortune favors the bold. The next room I entered had an iron trap door with a button right next to it, and it was at the entrance to a long hallway. At the end of this hallway was a one block tall gap, and I assumed I needed to get through there in crawl mode to move on. Behind me was a hopper with 18 copper ingots and a crafting table behind the hopper. I looked to see what I could do in the crafting table, and I saw that I could either create 2 copper blocks or 6 lightning rods. Maybe I could use the trapdoor to put myself in crawl mode, and then place blocks above me to keep myself in crawl mode. Crafting lightning rods seemed the most intuitive since it gave me more blocks, so I went for it. Then I got into crawl mode and started using the lightning rods to try to bridge my way across. And if I misplaced one of these lightning rods or went too far and got into the stand-up position, I would softlock the entire escape room. But when I got to the end, I realized that I was 1 block short. Now how was I supposed to get a 7th block? I tried breaking the hopper to see if there was anything above it, but there was nothing. I thought about breaking the crafting table, but I couldn't think of a way to get it out of the hole, and I might need the crafting table later anyways. Then I thought of a way to cheese the map using the way I got down into this room. If I shot the target block all the way up there and then quickly broke the hay bale, I could theoretically get as many blocks as I wanted. So I shot the target block and quickly mined the hay bale, and it actually worked. Wait, why does it say glitch detected? And why is the target block gone? Wait, was this the intended solution? Okay, whatever, I got the 1 block I needed, so I headed back and went to the next room. When I entered, there was a massive staircase leading up to a lectern. I thought about breaking all the stairs, but I don't think the map makers would be that cruel and it would take a lot of time, so I didn't want to do it unless I had to. Inside of the lectern it read, "How will you ever get out of this escape room? Hint, go back to the first room. There might be something you forgot." Ignoring that message for now, I saw that behind the lectern was the exit to the escape room. I broke the lectern and saw a hopper near the exit containing 22 carpet and a stack of ender eyes. I tried finding a way to get back into crawl mode with my items, but nothing was really working. I decided to listen to what the book said and tried to go back to the first room. I started using the carpet to pillar up, but I was a few blocks short and I couldn't place any more blocks on the carpet. I went back down and placed a lectern and a hay bale first, but I was still exactly 1 block short with no idea on how to get the last block. I tried getting the crafting table but it just disappeared, and using F3A confirmed that a hopper minecart picked it up. I even broke all the stairs in the last room, but there was nothing. Pause to try and figure it out yourself, but the block I needed had been hiding in plain sight the whole time. It was the button. Finally, I realized what I needed to do. I bridged back up with the lectern and the hay bale and then placed a button on top of the hay bale. You see, because of how thin the hitbox of a carpet is, I can actually jump and place a carpet on top of the button, giving me the extra block I needed to get back into the first room. And inside of the first room, there was a hopper full of all of Canadian's escape kits. You can tell this room was originally made for Ken. I then brought those escape kits back to the first room and used a elytra and a pickaxe to escape.